would really set the cat among the pigeons if it went in. Neuer didn't grab it, and nearly Germany were made to pay the price. Spread wide here, Kimmich's found a little bit of space, plenty of green shows to Bellingham here, and a fantastic save. Soon goes for the near post.
Oh man.
Still, they can't make it count. Can you believe it? Left it down again. Brandt won that ball, gets the shot away, and yet again, Chu is there. Still, there's time. We wait to hear how long they're going to add on at the end of this. Flick towards the near post, bouncing around dangerously, and South Korea have scored.
Oh my goodness.
Germany are going out of this World Cup. Kim Jong-kwon. But a flag zone.
Oh, the linesman's face was like, he was distraught. Oh my. They had to go to VAR. And Vacuum Love
From this World Cup.
should have started Muller.
There's going to be another goal here.
Oh no! Neuer came out and left the... Oh man, left the open goal. Oh my. I cannot believe this. If you're Asian or look slightly Asian, do not go out today. Oh man. Mario Gomez missed a couple of sitters. Germany, they were playing 3-4-4. They were pushing out to the wing a lot. They were trying to find. It just looked too predictable. They kept going to the wings, and then their right winger or left winger, whoever would receive the ball from their midfield would, they'd push up and they'd opt for crosses, or instead of finding through balls or inside balls to cutting players into the box, they kept resulting into passing the ball back, gaining their composure, and then resetting. But they didn't realize that they were doing that the whole game for 90 minutes. All Korea were doing were conserving their energy, and they were just defending until they found opportunities that to counterattack or find loose balls. So if Germany lost the ball while they were in their own half, then Korea would attempt to capitalize. But if that didn't pan out, they would just go back into their defense, and they ran a 4-4-2, and all they did was, they fouled them a lot, but they didn't commit many yellow cards or at all. There was one guy, when I looked up on this on the stat sheet, Moon or something, he just kept fouling him. He just kept fouling, but not enough to get a yellow card. But just basically frustrating them out of the game. And towards the end, while the pressure was on, obviously hearing the news from the Sweden game, they needed to score. That changed their tempo a bit, so they looked a bit rushed in their attack. They created so many opportunities, but I think they were just kind of lackadaisy about the situation. They thought they would I think they just underestimated them a bit, and yeah, they just thought that a goal would come, and there were so many opportunities that where they could have scored multiple times, outside of the box, headers, off corners, off penalties. Yeah, but I'd say the best play was when the Korea player went down and Rios or Royce decided to capitalize on taking Korea's water bottle from their trainers. I think he was just, I don't know, I think he was just too lazy to get any water from anywhere else, but he just decided to do that. I thought that was pretty funny, but I don't think the Korean trainers thought that was funny, so they left the bottle there for him. But yeah, this is a World Cup shock, but it's not like Korea. I don't know. It's not like they've been in every World Cup for, I don't know, the last 3 or 4, and it's not like I don't know. It's not like they're bottom feeders or anything. That Jisung Park, man, Jisung Park. I don't know these new players, man, but yeah, can't sleep on them, man. Yeah, they stuck to their game plan. Germany, they basically just they gassed out in the end, and they lost focus. An opportunity was basically just laid out, and yeah, they poached on it, and the linesman didn't see that it was touched, but they went to their new what's it called, replay center they call VAR, and they went back to that, and yeah, it was ruled that, you know, if the technology's there, that you can obviously see, you know, that there was a touch. I don't know if that, what did the rules entail? Is it does it have to touch the fabric, or like the uniform? Does it have to touch skin? Does it have to be pressure? Like, yeah, there was a little bit of a touch there, but yeah, it was like a brush off his you know, if he was wearing tighter pants, then maybe we'd have a different World Cup story. Like, if it was a bit tighter, then the fabric would have swooshed everywhere. Like, I don't know. That maybe someone will bring up that argument, and then that'll be raised. I don't know, in the FIFA World Cup committee. Maybe. But yeah. The linesman's face, man, it was like, sorry, bro, man, but oh yeah, I know, man, football is like, yeah, it's up there. So, if you look Southeast Asian and you live in a Western country, just chill for a minute, okay? If you got dyed hair, gotta cover that up. You don't want to be looking like the goalkeeper or nothing. Oh man, hey. But seriously, Mario Gomez, he's my man. He's Gomez. What are you doing? Mir rechts, meine Entfalter. Oh shit. But yeah, you can make the couple of cities. Yeah, Mario, man, I can't let that go, man. You right in the middle, like, there was just a perfect crisp, was scintillating cross, and I don't know, he was right in front of the goal, and you couldn't have, even if you tried, like just nudge it to the or that, like that way, man. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe he was thinking too much about his hairdo. Like it's just it sits flat back, like it's just chilling. It's cool. I like that. But I think he was thinking about it too much. But oh man. But man, leaving Muller out of the starting lineup, I thought was, I don't know. That guy's got passion, man, and like he to the end, he's fighting, man. He's clawing, man. He's like, you know, man, and like, man, yeah, props, eh? And then yeah, even Korea were like, yeah, woo, man, and then we just, oh man, and then yeah, it's just, yeah, to them yeah, it's glory to them, and you know, it's because they haven't had that glory before, they haven't had that that limelight. It's you know, it's kind of innocent for them to react the way they did, and you know, they can I believe they can be forgiven if they didn't hit, or there were no handshakes or anything, or that was respect to the German players for being so I don't know, kind of heartfelt after the loss, because man, football in Germany is a massive thing. Their football is very you know, it's very obviously world renowned, but their brand of football, Adidas coming from Germany as well, and yeah, especially being defending champions, you know, I think they expected more from themselves, and yeah, and wanted to show the world that they were still world class, but it just shows that times change. You know, countries are getting smarter. That the brand of football that they are playing is a classic. Is classic now, because the more controlled and controlled counter attacking and kind of precision wing attacks don't work. I think these days, but they've got to be intermixed with you know, a range of defending, then interchanging and kind of mixing it up. That's from what I've been seeing anyway, because I used to be a big fan of football, but I didn't. I haven't been watching it over the past few years, because yeah, I stopped getting cable TV. So when I had cable TV, I had the English Premier League, and yeah, I just loved watching that. And but then shortly after that, I think they lost the rights to broadcast it anyway. So I felt I wasn't missing out on much. I didn't really watch the La Liga or the Sierra A. I watched the only like Barcelona or Real Madrid. Only the El Clasicos I would watch. The Champions League games I'd watch. I'd definitely watch. But I was always going for the English teams, because obviously watching at that time Barclays Premier League. Yeah, that time I don't know. It was good time. Being a Manchester United supporter. What was that team? Who was that? Cristiano Ronaldo, Patrice Evra, Nemanja Vidic, what's his name? Valencia, Nani, my favorite player, Luis Nani, Ronaldo's replacement, never to be. No, who else? Anderson. Wes Brown, Paul Scholes, Ryan Giggs, what's his name? Rio Ferdinand. Who else? What's his name? Darren Fletcher, and Michael Carrick. Who else? Wayne Rooney. Dimitar Berbatov. Who else? Who was in the left wing? Young. Young. Who else? The backs. What's his name? Johnny. What was the back's name? That centre back. Johnny someone. Anyway. Goalkeepers. Who was that time? I remember Lindegaard. I don't know why I remember and De Gea. I don't know why I remember the substitute goalkeeper at the time, but not the current one. But it was at that time, yeah, De Gea and Lindegaard. Before then was Van der Sar. Who was Van der Sar sub? Can't remember who Van der Sar is. Van der Sar never missed a game. That's why I remember him in that chilling hair. Who else? Who else comes to mind? The Fabio brothers from Brazil. Who else? And then I remember towards the end of the era, they started getting Robin van Persie and who else? Robin van Persie. They got the guy. What's his name? The Spanish guy from the midfielder. Can't remember. But yeah, the kind of the good old Man U days. Sir Alex Ferguson, the one and only. Fergie time. Oh yeah, 5 minutes. He always got 5 minutes. Was Fergie time. Actually, I remember one game. I think it was a derby between Man City and Man United. And there was and Michael Owen. Michael Owen was he was lodged in. He was thrown into the mix right at the end, and it was like I think it was 3-3 or 4-4, and it was. I just remember. It was important because it was a derby, but there might have been something on top of that. But Michael Owen, was thrown into the mix, and this was just coming off the injury after injury, and then there was a loose ball. There was a corner. I think it was a corner or a penalty, and there was a loose ball. And then, lo and behold, Michael Owen, boom, Owen. He's just gone. And I was like, yeah, man, because as a striker, in my very very young soccer playing days, that was a poacher's mentality is what they call it. So if there's a loose ball or if there's opportunities, a poaching striker will just come out of the blue no matter what, like no matter injury after injury after injury. Like if or like you probably didn't play soccer maybe for 5 years, and then you put him on the pitch and somehow he'd he'd pounce on it like he'd be eating a sandwich or something, and then he'd be like, psh. And like that's what a poacher would do. He would do that. Michael was eating a sandwich at Old Trafford. He got called up by the man himself, Sir Alex Ferguson. He said, "Laddie, you got to do one thing. I need you to get this goal." And he's like, "Okay, captain." Do it for you. I'm sorry for my accent. I don't know. I think you'd have a Cockney accent, but he scored that goal and then ba-dang, ba-ba, ba-boom, ba-boom. It was just glory. Yeah, and it was fun to read the headlines after that, because it's half of the whole spectacle of football is the headlines afterwards, the reaction, and the fanfare, and that's what it's about. So I hope we can see many more eventful, hopefully not too many heartbreaking scenarios, but I hope that it's an eventful and very memorable, in good ways, to remember this World Cup in Russia. But yeah, for the next video.